Welcome back to the Superkick podcast for 2024. This is the round 17 review with the Sheep taking on the Stars in the first game of the round, and it was Frederick and Waterman, Dylan Moore, Ryan Marshall, Wiley West, and Mitch Lewis, who unfortunately has a knee reco, have produced the goods against the Stars, who just keep unable to win a game, and the Boogie Woogie Sheep keep their perfect record intact with a 22-point win. The next game of the round was a high-scoring affair with the Funky Balls winning out by 3 goals with unbelievable 5 goals straight from their 3 best picks in Tracy, Hogan and McKay, and Lockie Neal contributing with 3 goals along with Rayner. Meanwhile, for the Scorpions, it would be disappointing that Van Ruin was inaccurate. If he was accurate, they could have won this game with Jap Cripps and Cameron also inaccurate, causing them to lose. Just very unlucky, but the Funky Balls too good, winning by 19 points, 147 to 128. Next match was third versus fourth, and it was third that prevailed, with Ben Keys having a career best game with 4 goals, while Jack Higgins tried his heart out with 3 goals, 1 for the Vital. But the Mangoes consolidated their spot in the top 3 with a 14-point win, 89-75. Donny's Good continued their winning form at Moonee Valley, beating the Pirates comfortably by 44 points, with Mitch Georgiades and Oscar Allen proving too good, and the difference with 5 goals and 4 goals between them. Kyle Langford the best for the Pirates. Final score was 111-67. In the upset of the round, it was the Vengeance being able to beat the Goldfest by 3 points, even though Fogarty came hard near the end with 2 goals in 2 minutes. It was just not enough, and the Vengeance win out by 3 points at Festival Park, 92-95. Check out the ladder now, and it's Funky Balls on top with a 6% point margin over Don Is Good, followed by the Mongolian Mangoes, who have a bye this week. Then a 2-game gap to the Vital Magpies and the East Kish. A 1-game gap to Goldfest and the Scorpions, who have a game in hand. Then it is the Sheep with a good percentage, can challenge for the top 6. The Scorching Stars and the Pirates are basically out of it now, and the Vengeance no good. Take a look at next week, and it's the Scorching Stars against the East Quiche, the Proteina Pirates at home against the Boogie Woogie Sheep. The Scorpions play on Don Is Good. The Vengeance take on the Funky Balls, and the Vital Magpies take on the Goldfest, with the Mangoes having the bye. The Boogie Woogie Sheep also take on the Minted Mick in the BH Cup quarterfinal. And in the BH Cup, it was the Funky Balls who were able to basically annihilate the White Line Fever by 40 points, with the 3 goal kickers are kicking 5, while it was too much for the White Line Fever, with only Mitchie or Georgiades being able to match with 5 goals. Final score was 147-107. Moving on to the SMS League, and it was the Asians who took on the Rubber Gloves at Asia, and it was a tight one, where it was only a 2-point margin, with Lockie Neal chasing down the score. However, it was just not quite enough score, with Charlie Cameron missing a few shots, also proving costly, with Tracy being the best for the Gloves with 5 goals. Final scores 90-92. In the next game of the round, it was the Rocket Rod taking on the Free Smoke, and it was a very tight contest, but the Free Smoke were able to prevail, with Jack Higgins kicking the winning score, with the Free Smoke winning by 7 points. Jesse Hogan the best for the Rocket Rod with 5 goals, along with Jeremy Cameron being 4 goals for the Free Smoke. Final score is 125 to 118. The next game, it was the White Line Fever. The Fever pitch was able to prevail over the Wobbly Kickers just by 1 goal, and it was Mitch Georgiades being the difference with 5 goals, Zach Williams with 3. Meanwhile, Taylor Walker kicked 2 goals, 1, and Shy Bolton 4 goals, 3, bit inaccurate, which would have got them the win, unfortunately. But White Line Fever keeps their top spot just with that 6-point win. In the disappointing match for the round for the Fortress, it was the Minted Mick who won convincingly by 7 goals, with Bean Keys kicking a career best 4. Meanwhile, only Langford was able to produce 2 goals along with Waterman for the Fortress. Easy win by the Minted by 44 points. In the last game of the round, the A-Track got their revenge over the Pokebombs with a 17-point win, with Jacob Van Ruin being the best with 4 goals, 4, along with Larky kicking 3 and Rayner 3, while McKay was the best for the Pokebombs with 5. Final scores 98 to 115. Take a look at the ladder now, and it's the White Line Fever with the top percentage, 134% with 12 wins. Pokebombs with a game in hand with 12 wins as well. Free Smoke in third with 11 wins. Minter Mick and Bamboozled Asians with 9 wins apiece. Rubber Gloves holding out the top 6 with 8 wins, along with A-Track. And then there's a gap to Rocket Rod with 6 wins and a draw. And the Flying Fortress as well with 6 wins and a draw. Walsh Dogs with 6 wins, and the Wobbly Kickers completely out of it with 1 win and 2 draws. Taking a look at round 18 clashes, and it's the Rubber Gloves up against the Walsh Dogs, the cousins clash, with the Free Smoke taking on the Pokebombs. Wobbly Kickers taking on the Rocket Rod to try and keep Rocket Rod in the contest for the finals. BH Cup is Minter Mick versus Boogie Woogie Sheep. All Out A-Track take on the Bamboozled Asians. The Flying Fortress take on the White Line Fever, and Minter Mick has the bye in the normal round. The Kinder surprise for this week was a game high record for this player. It is the Adelaide Crows' Ben Keys. Shit like Bruce Award.
Still come good. Owens runs the baseline. Handball off. And they've found another way to miss. Melbourne fans have had a delightful day at the MCG. And to finish it off, Posey Pickett blows his lines. He may have been able to send the D's into the 8, but as it